Now, it's always been said that if you indeed want to grow a nation, the best thing you can do is educate the girl child. You totally agree with me that in Nigeria, the girl child seems to be always marginalized in different sectors. Hence, we're not having the required benefit that will definitely come from them. Now, if you look at some great names that have been mentioned on account of how they've thrived when it comes not just to the economy, politics itself, and all stratas of life, the Nigerian women will always stand tall, especially as it concerns their achievements. And how would that be if you do not get them pretty early? Well, that is what a lovely foundation, I'm talking about Ruth Gender Foundation, in conjunction with Coral Care, seems to be doing. And they want to see how they can indeed improve the life of the girl child. And not just only improve the life of the girl child, but also in every way, make her dream big. Well, a big one it is. And it's happening right here in Delta State. But anyway, don't mind me. Let me just keep quiet. And let's have no other person but the spokesperson for the Ruth Gender Foundation. And I'm talking of no other person but Mrs. Chiamaka Tuoyo Coker, who is the spokesperson, joining us on this awesome discussion to give us a clear understanding of what's happening. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning to you too.
Well, anyway, it's the first time we're hearing this.
Okay.
And it's a poetry competition.
Exactly.
All geared towards improving the well-being of the girl child. But don't make me say it. I want you to say it. Now, what's the idea behind it? Because this is the first time I'm seeing this.
Okay.
Poetry for us, we feel it's okay. It's all about literature for Socrates, the advanced mind. Okay. Those are seen to be the academians in the universities and all of that. But now having our young girls do it is something that's interesting, but also curiosity seems to be there. So let me understand, what is the idea behind this?
Okay, the idea behind this competition is to build the confidence of the girl child.
The confidence?
Confidence of the girl child, and then create self-awareness, also for creative thinking and public speaking.
Public speaking. Wow, I like that, because if you speak in public well, the confidence grows.
Yes.
Okay. If that's the idea behind this, I really also want to understand, because this is strictly for the girl child. In all honesty, I'm a man though, and I'm not going to speak from the man's point of view, but in your own honest assessment, do you feel the girl child is being marginalized in Nigeria? And the reason I'm asking you is, we're looking at different strata of life. Do you feel the girl child is being marginalized?
Yes, kind of.
Okay.
In the sense that culture, traditions, law, constitution tend to want to limit the girl child from unleashing her potentials. Yeah. Not just the girl child, the women gender generally. Okay. You know, you see when both male and female go through the same training, then the male is preferred most. And so things like this may hinder a girl child to dream, to want to aspire. So yeah, I feel the female gender has been marginalized because of the culture, tradition, laws that are put in place to limit them from unleashing their potentials.
Okay.
You know?
So this competition is geared to help them dream that big.
Yes, dream beyond your limitation. You know, see beyond where you are. This competition is to help them to understand that it is okay for them to dream big. Yeah. You know, see beyond.
It's not out of place.
Yes, see beyond where they are. See beyond these limitations. Yes, see beyond the limitation. Dream big.
Now, you know, I'm a bit also curious why it seems that this competition is for a certain limit of an age grade. Let's understand the age grade.
Not really. For junior and senior secondary.
Okay.
So long you are a girl child, yes. So it's for the senior and the junior category, you know.
So it's more like catching them young?
Yes, catch them young. That's the best time to catch them mature. Okay. That's the best time to build these young minds to doing greater things in the future, yes.
Okay, now let's look at, you made mention of limitations, and you totally agree with me that not just only the girl child, even this generation, the Gen Z generation, is being bedeviled with a whole lot of issues. unlike the previous generation, they are being faced with societal issues. Social media is there creating a whole lot of its own good and bad and all of that. And now we're having poetry, which seems to be taking the backseat as it concerns academics and literature. Let's really understand this, because in talking about poetry, it's increasing not just even their self-confidence, but increasing their mental level. And so how would this help to change that narrative of them being bedeviled with a whole lot of issues now and coming back to enjoy literature and poetry itself? Let's understand that.
That is why they come here.
Yeah.
Emma Collins is very passionate about things like this. So she sets up to bring back the girl child, since we are on the context.
Yes.
So bring back the girl child into what is important, into what is essential, removing their minds from the distraction. And so competition like this, because poetry is creative thinking, it has to do with creative thinking, it has to do with public speaking, you know. Many of them may not even know what they carry inside of them. So competition like this stirs up that potential in them. You know, they begin to see dormant talent, you know, and then go back to the basis of, you know, why, or the essence of who they are, you know. So poetry is creative thinking. And we all know that poetry is like the oldest form of art. You can permit me to say is hypnosis, kind of, because it tends to work with the imagination. When you are creative with your mind, that's like, you know, powerful. It's the height of it all. So making these girls go through these things, you know, helps them to improve, helps them to build, helps them to see what they carry, what they can do, and also triggers them to dream big, to see big, you know, to want to be problem solvers and all that, you know. So the distractions are, you know, reduced, kind of. And so they go back to what is really, really important and work on themselves and become better.
That's a nice one. Now, I also want us to understand, now, how is it going to run? How many days would it be? And let's understand all of that.
Okay, is it
in stages?
Yes. Okay. The first stage is where they submit their written poem.
Okay.
In the email we provided, you know, for them. You know, we invited 50 to 57 schools in Delta State.
Wow.
Yes.
Large number.
Very large number. So they are going to send their written poem to the emails we provided for them. Okay. And then our judges would, you know, select. Okay. And then the next stage will be presentation of that written poem.
Okay, to know if they were the ones that did it.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And so then the last stage, which is the grand finale, will now happen on the 29th of May, where they will now, you know, publicly, you know, share and showcase this talent of them.
Okay. And the venue, funny enough, is even there on the screen.
Yes. Yeah. Uduaghan Hall beside Otres will read 9:30 a.m.
9:30 in the morning?
Yes, in the morning.
And that's a Friday?
Yes, on a Friday. Okay. On a Friday.
Okay. Now, we've talked about this. Don't mind me. Let me come to the money part of it, because also that's another interesting part. Let's understand what they tend to gain financially on account of this.
Okay. The first prize is 1.5 million.
Whoa, 1.5 million?
Yes, and then the second prize is 1 million.
Wow.
And then the third prize is 500,000.
Wow.
It's just to encourage them. That school is not a scam.
Yes.
School is not a scam. So prizes like this encourages the school, the student to want to do more. Should do more and then become better.
Well, so that's it. That's a beautiful initiative. Now, let's look at another major thing, because this is an opportunity for us to talk about the girl child.
Okay.
In most recent time, like I said, they've been bedeviled with a whole lot of issues. And you would agree with me that sometimes we will find these young girls indulging in social ills on account of them not really knowing themselves. And it's becoming more of a problem, not just to the families itself, but to society itself. Now, let's look at competitions like this in helping to redirect their mind and redirect their steps, rather than joining those unnecessary activities. They rather want to change course and go to this. So let's look at how this can also help to deal with those social vices that seems to be almost like the order of the day in almost all our societies.
Okay, like I said earlier, I said cultures and traditions tend to want to limit the girl child. So the girl child sees this limitation and then withdraws.
Okay.
And that's why you see them get distracted over what is happening now. Many of them get pregnant. Many of them just, cover their dream, cover their, potentials. So initiative like this help them to want to, it's like a push. It's like an eye-opener for them to go back to rediscovering themselves, and then working on these potentials and unleashing it, to do better. That there is more for every girl child than what they are told, to become better, to dream big, to become whatsoever they want to be, in life, So that's it. Initiative like this.
Let's look at the female gender itself and how much they've attained in the larger society, be it the economies. We have Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala heading the biggest trade organization in the world at the moment. We have many. We have Fatima in the United Nations and all of that. These are Nigerian women. So let's look at the place of the Nigerian woman, especially as it concerns career. How they have tried, how they've broken that barrier. Because it looks as if they have to fight times
You have to fight, exactly.
to break away from that shackles. So let's look at the Nigerian women or the Nigerian woman itself and her ability to push away those limitations and still achieve in a broader sense.
First of all, they have to be determined. You ask these women, of course there were limitations, but they fought through. They were determined, consistency, and they believed in themselves. That was one thing about this Ruth Gender Foundation. Our convener, what she has in her mind is to help these girls see through themselves and then confidently showcase who they are. So yes, you have to fight through, be determined, consistency, believing in yourself. We make them be on that platform, global platform.
Yes.
If you ask all these women how they get to the top, they will tell you, first of all, self-discovery, and they believe in themselves, and they work towards it, fighting against every odds. And that was why they are known globally. So yes, that is what this foundation is all about.
Now, Ruth Gender Foundation also, apart from this, is more like a mentorship foundation. Now, let's look at the importance of mentorship or mentors in helping to, because apart from this competition, I do know these girls were like, oh, I want to be like the convener of Ruth Gender Foundation. Because you agree with me that now, most of these young girls have been distracted with celebrities, either the negative side of it, and they tend to always want to be like them. But this more like an intellectual ground, different from all those entertainment and the rest. So let's look at mentorship in helping to also shaping the life of these young girls. How important is mentorship in this?
Our convener, Ruth Gender Foundation, she's, like I said, she's very intentional and she's not going to stop, putting the girl child on the spotlight. Mentorship, how powerful mentorship is because you see them, you see these people, they've already fought the battle and they are victorious. So for them coming to tell you that you can do this is like a boost. So, mentorship is one of the ways, Ruth Gender Foundation is using to want to encourage this girl child. That's why most times when we do initiative like this, they bring people who have been where they were before, who have, faced this limitation, who have been in a situation whereby people tell them they can't make it, and yet they did. So things like these girls seeing these things, it helps them to want to go back to the drawing board and then want to dream again.
Yes.
So yes.
Well, anyway, I know you are busy. The planning itself is a whole lot. I also learned that you people have visited a whole lot of places, all in the need to prepare for this. But before we let you go, I want you to speak directly to these young girls. They might also be watching, and for them to be a part of this and to showcase that hidden or sometimes undiscovered talent that they have that they do not know. Let's speak directly to them.
Okay, to every girl child in Delta State, we want to encourage you. See the bigger picture, see the bigger picture beyond where you are, beyond the limitation, beyond your present situation. You can actually live your dream. See beyond where you are, dream big. You can be whatever you want to be. Don't get distracted by what is going on, Don't get distracted by what is going on around you. Be focused, Have this self-discovery, discover your potential, work towards it, believe in yourself, be confident, do everything possible to help grow your potential. And I bet you, as you dream big, you are going to live your dream. So don't stop. Continue. Keep pushing.
Well, I'm beginning to see the bigger picture. So definitely that is how it is. But we need to thank you so much. I will talk of no other person but Mrs. Chiamaka Tuoyo Coker. She's a spokesperson for the Ruth Gender Foundation, are coming to give us this beautiful Maiden edition. And I know this is just the beginning of one of many.
It's just the beginning. There are so much more. Anything we want to do to encourage the girl child to become more, yes, our convener is at it. She's doing everything possible to put that girl child on the spotlight.
Well, thank you so much. And indeed, that's a wrap on our discussion. Well, definitely, you're being invited to be a part of it. Why would you not stick around and do that and see how you can better position yourself for the future and see the bigger picture? But for me, Michael Gobadia, it's more like a wrap. And I will just only tell you to still remain with us because more to follow right here on Viewpoint on Atlantic TV.